Hello, everybody. This week, I would like to talk about a question that I'm often asked. How do you know when you're done studying a language, a foreign language? And my basic gut feeling to want to answer that, is to say that you're not done. You're never done. You're always going to be learning something more, something new. But so many people have that basic functional attitude towards learning a foreign language that it's a practical tool for communication, and if that's the perspective that you have, then that's bad news to be told that you're never done. And one can obviously say, well, at a certain point you're going to go through the beginning and intermediate, even in the advanced textbooks, and learn all the patterns ideally, maybe not master them, but at least be familiar with them, and gain adequate vocabulary to be functional to the degree that you need to be to pass the tests you need to pass, and to do what you communicate as you sought to do. And I suppose you could say, well, I don't know. You can look at languages that way, but that's not the way I do, and that's not the way I encourage other people to do so. And I think that there's much more to learning languages than having them be practical, functional tools. They are. But it's much more to me about mental expansion, about expanding your horizons, about acquiring new abilities, challenging yourself, and being able to think in other terms that you decided to think in. It's sort of a spiritual growth process to stretch your mind by making it function in a different operating system. And so, from my perspective, I like the idea of saying that you're never done learning a foreign language, because that means you always have more to grow into. You always have more to learn about it, and that should be an exciting news. I think that yes, going through textbooks and materials the way it is often taught is not necessarily the most pleasant experience for many people. But again, things like this can be recast and reformulated to give you a different perspective on them. And I think that when you embark upon learning a foreign language, you need to be aware of that first and foremost, that yes, it's just not something you pick up and have. Like I've got a cat on my lap right now, and I don't have a language on my lap. It's something I need to continuously cultivate, continuously feed, as it were, and use it. Not use it or lose it necessarily, as people say, but use it because why should I have learned it if I don't use it? And learning a language, to me, again, there's just so many different layers beyond grammatical testing and vocabulary range in terms of knowing how the language is used and where it's used and what's been expressed in it, the literature and the culture that come from it. And so if you're going to learn a language from that perspective, you will have the rest of your lifetime to explore that. So yeah, I guess I could say you're done learning a language in a certain sense when one response is, when you've gone through the textbooks. Another response would be, say, well, obviously when I just don't engage with it anymore. Often we don't do that intentionally, but other things come up in our lives, other interests, and maybe you'll turn around and look and say, I taught myself this language. I learned this language 5 years ago. I was using it. Now I haven't done anything with it. And so you'll pick up a book in it, and maybe it'll be a little bit rusty, but you'll start reading, and you realize how much there is that you still, not that you've forgotten, but there's, in a good sense, how much more there is to learn, how fun it is to engage in that language and to look more deeply into it. So to be done learning a language, that's just a strange concept to me. If I'm going to be engaged in the getting to know the language, I think it's a question of recasting and reframing the perspective that you have. Because yes, even from that functional perspective, if you don't use the language, it's pointless to have learned it, and you probably are going to lose it. So, I think that particularly those of us who are language teachers, sometimes we find ourselves teaching languages. We're not native speakers of it. We're pretty good, but we're much better than our students, and so we're the authority, and just sort of get into the role of teaching our classes and conducting at a certain level. And I think that's language teachers in particular need to continuously make sure that they're growing and that they're challenging themselves. I would say that's particularly true with classical languages like Latin or Sanskrit or just languages that have highly complex grammatical structures like Russian, say. If you're going to learn Russian, I think that at a certain point, you might get to say, yeah, I've got everything kind of automatic as good as a Russian does. But probably if you're not a native Russian speaker, you're going to be a native Latin speaker. Paradigms, just complex grammatical structures, sentences that are more complicated than you can build, but that you can understand and analyze if you take a good, hard, close look at them. I think that's exciting news to me that, even as a very advanced learner of Latin or Russian or, complicated languages that are not your native one, that you should always be doing deliberate practice for that. You should always look at that. You should always be aware of, these are complicated constructions, and I need to give good examples and right examples to my students. So I should always be practicing and drilling and making sure that I've got things down. But yeah, that the question of learning a language. Learning does not just mean textbook learning. Learning means engaging with the language. Learning means using the language. Learning means reading the language, thinking in the language. Learning means making the language something that your brain can function in. Your mind can operate on the terms of a new language. And if you think of that, again, that's just something you need to continuously cultivate, continuously work on, continuously engage with. And so I don't think that should be bad news. But I think that when people start on the idea of learning a language, the idea that I'm just going to do this and in 3 months I'll be done and I'll have it and it'll be with me permanently, doesn't work that way. And I think that there are a lot of conceptions about language learning out there in the world abroad that are quite common, and one can see where they come from, but they're not necessarily the case, and they're not necessarily productive. And so, yeah, if anybody's embarking upon the study of foreign languages, and they shouldn't have the notion that they'll be done at some point and can finish and move on, unless they've got that only one pure practical functional goal of passing a test or say something and moving on. But if learning a language is part of what you're doing as a lifelong learner, part of what you're doing to cultivate yourself, to enrich yourself, to make yourself have a broader perspective, then I think that you ought to go into the entire process with that knowledge that this is a lifetime engagement. This is something that you are going to at some point, if you do not necessarily enjoy textbook learning, but you enjoy reading or speaking or saying, at some point your learning is going to become more pleasurable, and it's going to consist of the use of the language. But that attitude ought to be there. This is something I'm not going to finish learning, and I don't want to finish learning it. I want to continue enjoying learning it. I want to continue getting wider and deeper in my understanding of the language. So just think about, again, just the sheer number of hours and time and effort that we put into using our native languages, or our main operating languages, and how much practice, I guess, we get in that, even though we don't think of that in those terms, and then convert that to a foreign language that you might learn more as an armchair scholar, sitting with a cat in your lap, reading a book in your chair. Yeah, you can get to a point where you're quite good at reading something. But if you want to stay there and if you want to get better, then you need to keep working at it. And I think that's wonderful news. So when are you done learning a foreign language? When are you finished with saying it and say, I've got it down? You're not. You need to keep feeding it and enjoy that. So I hope you took that as good news and this is interesting. And we'll talk to you again next week. Thank you for listening.